point of order, Speaker, because this is about the rights of all members to a safe work environment. It is about the obligations that parliamentarians have to respect the law of Canada. The belief that some parliamentarians believe they are above the law of Canada is very troubling. If we look at the human rights rulings on privacy that have already been made, the right to someone to say that they can keep their medical information in a pandemic private supersedes the right of a workplace to have a safe environment. Those privacy rights do not trump. And I guess I used the word Trump there, not deliberately, but it certainly has its effect. I would ask the Speaker to also consider the fact that we've had court rulings. The recent ATU ruling on the TTC, the recent Superior Court ruling in Quebec have been very clear about the need and the right of the employer, and that is us as the collective members of this House, not just to each other, but to the staff who work here, the cleaners. So this claim that the Conservatives believe that they have a privilege to ignore pandemic law, human rights rulings, the privacy rulings that have come down that have all been clear, that there's somehow a privilege in this House to override that and put people at risk, is an infringement upon my rights as a parliamentarian and my obligation to ensure that everyone in this House is kept safe. Mr. Speaker, this is bigger than us bickering, battering with the Conservatives and the Liberals and the Bloc. This is about what the message that we are sending to Canada right now, a message that the House of Commons, in order to preserve privileges of an elite group, the Conservative members, can override the pandemic standards, the rights of privacy that have to be balanced with the rights of safety. And I'm asking, Mr. Speaker, for you to consider what we've seen already coming down from the Human Rights Commission. And as for the issue of exemptions, it is not my business, and I understand that, to look at the exemptions of any member. But it is statistically ridiculous to suggest that a number of Conservatives can claim exemptions when we know what the medical exemptions are so minutely small that what we end up is that we have parliamentarians coming in and saying, I have a piece of paper that says I have an exemption. Well, if we have a number of those Conservatives doing that, that is a ridiculous situation, and it is unfair as well. And I'll close on this, Mr. Speaker. I have to share a lobby with Conservatives who walk around without their masks on. I am being put at risk by the fact that I don't know if any of them over there have these paper exemptions or whether they've been vaccinated. I don't need to know, but I need to know that the House will be there to protect my rights and for all the staff who have to deal with the Conservatives who walk around without masks on.